Also, he asked, where do I want to see myself in 5 years from now? I want to see myself in college. I want to see myself in Los Angeles, California, where I am going after I graduate high school. I want to see myself pursuing what I've wanted since a little kid, and that is majoring in journalism and communication. I want to major into 2 things, and I want to see myself already published at least 1 or 2 books, and that's one of my goals within that 5-year span, is before high school ends for me. I want to have a book published, and if you guys didn't know that, I do want to become an author, and that's why when somebody had asked, you know, what do I do in my free time, I said that I write. I have many journals that I can't even explain to you about, because there's so many. I lost count of how many journals and notebooks and pieces of paper that I have that I've written on. And you know, I'm proud to say that I am achieving my goal slowly but surely, but I am achieving it. Like I said before, I graduate high school, I wanted to publish a book, and I'm almost done writing that book, and obviously it's not going to be like 1, 2, 3, I'm going to finish a book, I'm going to get published, and here we go. It's going to take a lot of work besides publishing the book. My first book, I want to have 9 to 11 chapters, and I am on chapter 7 right now. I'm almost on chapter 8, and there's 174 pages, 274 pages so far, and when ending the book, I want to have somewhere between 350 and 400. And, you know, I'm very proud of this book that I'm writing. You know, it'll be my first book, and I reread it every single week. I read bits and pieces of it every single day, and I'm so proud of myself, like, for sticking to my mind. And, you know, like I said, you really have to set your mind to things in order to really achieve them, and that's what you gotta do. This question comes from, let me see here, let's get a question here. Mrs. Fenderchick, how many stitches did you end up with? 40 stitches. I had 15 internal stitches, and then I had 25 running stitches. It was crazy. And you're probably thinking, internal stitches, well, wouldn't they have to cut back open to take them out? No, the internal stitches dissolved. They were, you know, the dissolving stitches, if you've ever heard of them. And what they had to do, they had to cauterize your 2 main arteries. Well, 2 of your main arteries that run down in your forehead. Like, one's, where is it? One's right here, and then another one's, like, down in the middle right here. They had to cauterize those, which means that they had to burn them to stop the bleeding. I remember actually when he was doing that, you know, because they had put this thing over my face, and there was a hole for him to work right here, and I had my eyes open under this. It was a blue sheet, and it was like a piece of paper kind of, and like a paper towel, and all of a sudden I just smelled this horrific stench of burning. And it felt like someone was burning rubber, and I was like, what are you doing? And, you know, through this whole process, you know, I'm talking to him. They didn't give me any painkillers, and I'm like, what are you doing? What is that smell? And he was like, I'll tell you when I'm done. That's how he said it. He said, I'll tell you when I'm done. I said, okay. And my cousin, you know, I felt some pain, and my cousin, she was holding my hand, and, you know, I had squeezed her hand a little bit because it hurt, and she looked over and she was like, what are you burning? And she was like, what are you burning? Like that. That's exactly how she said it. And I was like, you're burning something? And he was like, Yeah, I wanted to wait to tell you because some patients kind of freak out when I'm cauterizing arteries. I'm burning 2 main arteries to stop the bleeding. And I was like, oh, okay. You could have told me that. I mean, they stuck 10 needles in my head, but I'm already stretching this process out. You know, if you have a question on that, leave me a question in this video, and, you know, I'll answer that in my next Q&A. So this question comes from, let me cross that out. This question comes from Sid Hi. Now I'm just gonna spell out the letters. SIDHBNCFU. I'll put your little thing right here because I don't know how to pronounce it. If you do pronounce that. They said, how did you stay so strong during this whole process? The way I stayed strong is, you know, deleting out of my mind that, you know, I'm going to scare people if they look at me. I'm going to, you know, this ruined my face, and how will I ever be able to put myself back into public? I deleted all of those thoughts that I had in my mind. And what if, you know, I won't get married someday because of this? What if, you know, what if I lose friends? What if, you know, the what ifs got into my mind, and you have to delete those out of your mind because any what if, instantly bad. You know, you always get the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? And you delete them right out of your mind. And what I had thought was, you know, yeah, it happened. I accept that I was in a car accident. You know, it was my choice to get into the car. It was my choice to go. You know, I had the choice not to go, but I chose to, and so I need to accept it. Also, you know, in the long run, I said, you know, I'm lucky here to be alive. I'm lucky to be here on this earth. And, you know, I'm so grateful for life. And life is absolutely beautiful. And, you know, while in this recovery, I don't know who's going to be there for me. But, you know, this was before, you know, Shay had seen my video. And who's gonna be there for me? And will there be anybody there for me? And, you know, those were the two thoughts that stayed into my mind. And then, you know, you guys had come along from Shay, and that definitely uplifted my spirits a lot. And also, you know, I was thinking before you guys were even sent over by Shay, I was saying, you know, it happens. And one thing that I say about scars are more meaningful than tattoos, because scars have a story with them. It has a memory in your mind with how you got that scar. A tattoo, yeah, you know, you could get a meaningful tattoo, or you could get a tattoo that doesn't mean anything to you. But, you know, you don't have a story like a scar behind a tattoo. What you have, I feel like this piece of hair is on my face, whatever. What you have with a tattoo is that you sat in a tattoo parlor having somebody put a needle onto your skin and tattoo it. You know, that's a whole thing that I say, and, you know, that uplifted my spirits as well. Just to have a positive attitude that you're still here. You're gonna recover, and you can still pursue your dreams. And